I'm Fataah. I'm from Buffalo, New York. I went to an all-boys Jesuit private high school. President of the class, I was fairly popular. My senior year, I was the editor of our paper, and which was exciting. I mean, I think I was most popular because I was a loudmouth. I mean, I was really talkative, I was really dramatic, but I was known for like fighting like good causes, and that was predominantly because my family was very, very deeply connected to the community. I protested at a very young age, and so my parents always instilled that like you always had to fight for what you believed in. So it's spring, senior year. We had one gay kid in our entire school, and I believe in that time I mean, that was a pretty big deal. He was open, he was out. He even bullied some, but it's an all-boys school, so of course it could have been much worse. So spring, he comes to me with a letter. He's like, Fataah, I would love it if you put this in the paper. And I'm like, yeah, sure, of course, whatever it is. I open the letter, and the letter goes, Dear Fataah, I'm gay. I've been bullied. It's not right. What should I do? So immediately I'm just like, well, we have to print this. Like, we have to print this paper. So actually I find my friend who's a co-editor of the paper, show him the letter. We both decide we have to give this to our teacher so that he can approve it to be put in the paper. So we give it to him. He reads it. He sits with it for a minute. Mark and I, who's the co-editor, were kind of just like, so yeah, let's do it. Like, when can we do it? When can we put it in? He looks at us, know that he sees we're kind of very eager to just get this letter in the paper. And he's like, so guys, give me the night to think about it, and I'll let you know tomorrow. Boom, perfect, great. Next day happens, we go through the entire day of school. I've mentioned the letter to no one except for Mark. We just kind of talk about it again. We see our teacher, and he's like, I'm sorry, but we cannot print this letter. I was so like, we have to fight for this. I'm gonna go to the principal, and I'll see if he approves it or not. And he's like, Fataah, it'll be worthless to go there because he'll tell you no too. And but he's like, but if you want to, go for it. So I was like, boom, I'll go go to the principal, give him the letter, see what happens. Of course, give the principal the letter, and he's like, we can't print it. And he's like, you have to understand, it's to protect him. It's not about like us not doing it because we don't think it's right. It's to protect him. That night, I think I cried. I was just so upset. The next day, I go back to school, and I see the kid, and I'm just like, I'm sorry. I was like, we can't get this letter printed. And he's like, I didn't think so. He's like, but I knew that you would fight for me and fight for it. And thinking back on it, like just thinking back just in time about it, I think the letter had less to do with the kid than it had to do about like me, just fighting for like being heard and kind of fighting like a good cause. I loved high school, and I loved going to school. I loved my friends. I loved everything about high school. So I felt like, why should he not come to school excited for the day? So I was like, this school should support giving him those tools to support a healthy life. A year later, I was living in New York, very happy, out, loving life, and he kept popping up in my mind. I kept thinking about him a lot, and the experience of just fighting for him to get the letter in the paper. So I decided to write him. Got a card, wrote a letter, and I just said, it's Fataah, I've been thinking about you, and I hope you're well. And I just wanted to say thank you for being courageous and I guess living your life the way that you wanted, that you had, and that I felt like it really inspired me to be in New York and live my true life as well, and to be out. And it was very short, but I felt like I just had to tell him that what had happened, his truth, had inspired me to live mine. He wrote me back, and he said that I'm happy that you're happy, and the next time you come to Buffalo, we have to hang out and just catch up and connect. And I was happy to get it. I unfortunately have not seen him since, but he's a big part of my story. Even as I retell it, I just think of like having known him inspired me to at least 4 months later just be like, I'm in New York and I'm gonna live the life that I want. So, I mean, he's kind of paramount in my story in a lot of ways.